Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and our title today is Vacation Deprivation. Let's look at language focus. 1번. Japanese respondents, for the most part, took all their vacation days. They just weren't given that many to begin with. So, as you can see, I've highlighted for the most part. For the most part to just use for the most part to describe something that is true the majority of the time, but not always. So for the most part, 대부분, 보통, 주로, those are the sort of expressions that we use. For the most part. So for the most part, I enjoy my job. 대부분의 경우, 저는 제 일을 좋아합니다. Do I like all of my job? No. For the most part, most of it, the majority of it. So let's just say as an example, like 90% of my job is enjoyable, 10% of it is not enjoyable. Or the subways, for the most part, run on time in my city. 제가 사는 도시의 지하철은 대부분 정시에 운행됩니다. So are they always on time? No. Are they sometimes late? Yes. So for the most part, the majority of the time that I use the subway system, they are on time. Alright, now let's look at 2번 now. 2번. Vacation time might be one of those things where beyond a certain point, less is more. But please don't tell this author's boss about that. Okay. So, use less is more to describe a situation where it's better to minimize something. So less is more. 적을수록 많다 / 좋다. 무언가를 줄이는 게 더 나은 상황을 때 쓰는 표현이다. So, as an example, it's fine to eat a little candy, but less is more. 사탕을 조금 먹는 것은 괜찮지만 적게 먹을수록 좋다. So as you can see, less is more. Too much overtime decreases your productivity, so less is more. 지나친 초과 근무는 생산성을 떨어뜨리므로 적을수록 좋습니다. Alright, yes. So if you do too much overtime, you get tired, exhausted, and then your productivity goes down. So the less overtime you do, the better your productivity will be. Alright, now let's look at the language focus quiz. 1번. People, for the most part, seem to have a good opinion of... So let's scroll back up for the most part. So remember, for the most part, 대부분, 보통, 주로. For the most part, I enjoy my job. 대부분의 경우 저는 제 일을 좋아합니다. Let's have a look here. For the most part, people for the most part seem to have a good opinion of the new boss. 대부분의 사람들은 새로운 상사에 대해 좋은 의견을 가지고 있습니다. 2번. For the most part, it's pretty easy to, let's say, do my job. 대부분의 경우 제가 하는 일은 꽤 쉽습니다. Alright, moving on to 3번 now. It's okay to enjoy a little bit of but less is more. So remember, less is more that we set up here. 적을수록 많다, 좋다. Alright? So, it's okay to eat a bit of junk food, but less is more. 조금의 정크푸드를 즐기는 것은 괜찮지만 적게 먹을수록 좋습니다. And 4번. Less is more when it comes to because less is more when it comes to smoking because we know it's bad for you. So 흡연에서는 적게 피는 게 좋습니다. 왜냐하면 몸이 후럽다는 것을 알기 때문입니다. Alright, now let's look at the further discussion. 1번. Would you rather use vacation days one or two at a time every month, or save them and take a big vacation sometime during the year? Give reasons. 휴가를 매달 하루 또는 이틀 쓰는 걸 선호하시나요? 아니면 모아뒀다가 한 번에 길게 가는 걸 선호하시나요? 이유는 I think I would rather save up and take a big vacation rather than use them bit by bit. The reason being is because I think that I would much more enjoy extended period of time away from work than just having some days off here and there in the months. I think I'm so used to working 5 to 6 days every week that it doesn't really bother me if I took off 1 or 2 days. So I would just rather save them all up and go on a nice vacation. And I think that's the main reason why, is because it doesn't bother me that I don't take... I think I take enough time off in the month without taking any vacation days. Again, I'm a freelancer. I can take as many days off as I want if I don't want to get paid, of course. But yeah, that's my opinion. 2번. Why do you think the French and Germans tend to feel vacation deprived despite getting far more vacation days than people in other countries? 프랑스와 독일 사람들은 다른 나라 사람들보다 휴가를 더 받음에도 불구하고 왜 휴가 부족을 느끼는 경향이 있다고 생각하세요? Maybe they're just selfish. Yeah, so in Australia, actually, they have a pretty good holiday pay system. I think it's around 28 days a year. And when I was working in Australia, I never felt like I needed more. I was just lucky to have 28 days. I guess people just want to... Maybe working in France and working in Germany is not great. I haven't heard anything bad about it. I mean, if you think about working in places like Korea or working in Japan, where we get very rarely any vacation days, maybe that's why maybe that's why French and German people have a hard time being here. I don't know. Maybe they feel like they need more holidays. I don't know. I just feel maybe they're just selfish. They could be selfish. If you're German or French and you're watching this, I doubt it because this is mainly for Koreans, but do you feel like you're being deprived of vacation even though you get between 28 and 31 days of vacation a year? I think if you feel like you need more, then I don't know, maybe it's just you're selfish. Anyway, that wraps it up for today, and I'll see you on the next class.
Respondent.
Respondent.
Respectively.
Respectively.
Leave something on the table.
Leave something on the table.
To begin with.
To begin with.
In reserve.
In reserve.
Whopping.
Whopping.